Just the word remember, and that when you belong to something, that creates memories. So remembering is almost like rebuilding something. Symphony of the Hills is a 70-member professional orchestra.
Welcome back.
Right here in Kerrville, Texas.
Given that I know a lot of our stories, I'm a cross between amazed and giddy to see all of you here tonight.
Among my orchestra colleagues, it would be called a regional professional orchestra. So we draw from around the region. We have professional musicians from Austin, San Antonio, indeed Kerrville, also the Hill Country and small towns all around.
What we do to make things happen. Thank you so much. All right, remembering the Beatles.
Have such a great group of musicians bring me into the fold and allow me to perform with them, and I've developed through the years.
You know, so at one time we called it Bach to the Beatles because we wanted everything to be just the best of the best.
The type of music that we play gets more complicated and complex as the years go on.
As you can tell, this is rehearsal tonight, Beethoven, Mozart, Mahler, so just a cushy evening.
We plan about 2 years in advance.
Sorry to just keep rushing, but we have a lot of music to get through.
So literally 2 years ago, as you said, we began this idea that, okay, that's going to be our 25th anniversary season. So I jumped on that because I'm like, oh my gosh, if this is the 25th anniversary, that's a big deal.
I want to go before that to where the tempo changes.
There's a lot of work that goes into season openers.
C sharp on beat 4.
And this one in particular has been...
Trust me, there is. Ba, ba. It slows down a little bit on your... Chick up, chick up, chick up. Bing, bum, 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 bum. And I'm going to just go 1, 2. Ba-dum, ba-dum, ba-dum. Just a heads up on that. Just keep the big picture.
We've really put a lot of work into that, much more work than I can recall.
Real attention and focus to get everything to be heard. Can I hear it one more time, please?
So, when July 4th happened, it did, of course, change everything, but it didn't change the orchestra's commitment to perform. So that never wobbled. We were headed for October 9th, and we were convinced that we needed to do that.
Okay, here we go, one more time from the top.
One thing that did change was why we're playing. And I would say that after July 4th, you know, what becomes important are people and how they're recovering and what they've suffered. And recognizing that, seeing it, hearing it, feeling it, being a part of it, rolling up our sleeves. So the orchestra wanted to do something that is in response to this incredible tragedy.
It's crazy to see how much devastation there is.
probably no answers to why this has happened.
My name is Robert Brake from Burleson, Texas. I'm here to look at my parents. They're from Abilene, Texas. My name is Robert and Johnny Brake from Abilene. They were last seen at 4:45 Friday morning at HTX Campgrounds.
It used to be full of trees.
Unfortunately, now the 4th of July will be associated with the pain that
This
this is,
tragedy.
you know, that is, you just can't celebrate. The Hunt store started coming apart in pieces, but it was this, the whole scene was this awful grinding, crashing, banging noise. It sounded like bombs going off.
We were in New York visiting family at this time, and 4th of July weekend, wanted to see our family, get to see them once a year, and when we heard about this news, we made our trip short and got back home.
People like Don, who kind of held it together for us.
Every day, or at least for about 3 weeks, I was here most every day to help if I could, and there was something to do for sure.
I can't express in words what it feels like to be in the situation that we're in here.
I had to sort of detach my thoughts. If I wasn't doing something like cutting a tree, or there's such debris around here, cut some trees with a chainsaw. I'm a pianist with a chainsaw. Everyone gets scared to hear me. Through music, one learns to become very focused, and we have to be disciplined through practice, and even when performing. I think that helped me work around here.
The wall of water that came this way was 9 or 10 feet tall.
What did your husband say about the water?
It was the black water of death. Marshall says we have to get out of here now, so we ran inside the house. We came through this door off of the porch after we saw the water coming at us. I had one sneaker on my left foot and a high-heeled shoe on my right foot, but I didn't know it at the time. Shoved me out this window, and we're running up the hill, and we have a small little log cabin in the woods back over that direction, because our little paradise is in shambles. Marshall got on his knees, I got on my knees, and we held each other because we survived. And he said, "Let's pray." And we sat on the floor and held each other and just prayed that everything would be okay.
And what finally became known to me is when they would find a body, recover a body, they would blow the sirens and take them somewhere.
We could hear screams in the distance. And when you hear people screaming for help, we didn't know what the entirety of it was. We just knew about our little space here.
1 and 2.
I just remember I woke up at like 3 o'clock and it was just relentless rain. And I thought, this is not normal.
So what was it like when Vincent came home after driving buses, rescuing kids?
Yeah, you know, he said it was, he said he'd just never seen anything like it.
Can you imagine not knowing where your child was or what happened?
One of our coaches said that, you know, she gathered kids from Camp Mystic And they took them to the place where the parents were waiting, and the look on the parents' faces when they were, where are the rest of the kids? And they said, there are no more kids.
Musicians have been playing for memorial services. Unfortunately, there have been many. In my church here in Kerrville, we lost a little girl. She was a Camp Mystic camper that was lost. To me, it was an honor to play for her memorial service. Oh my gosh. I'm going to think back on it now, it's emotional. While I was playing, I just imagined like a happy girl in the arms of Jesus.
"27 kids out of one place."
It's incredibly emotional.
It was awful. All these parents, it was hundreds of people going there to pick up their child.
I teach a lot of young kids, 6th graders, 7th graders, and it's amazing how much they want to talk about what happened.
And this is the Symphony of the Hill. What do you think?
I think it's wonderful that the symphony is just in the best way that we can. We want to show the kids that these adults care about them. Not just kids. They're human beings. Their tastes in music are very sophisticated. And that is so, that is so critical to get that connection with a kid. When I was in police work, I was a youth officer. You can't be emotional. You just simply can't. You have to shut that side of your brain down. But then on the other hand, I had to remember, I'm not a cop anymore. I'm a citizen of this community. That was such a horrific blow to this community. And I remember just sitting there going, what can I do? It was almost a feeling of helplessness. I can sometimes express myself better musically than I can in words. And I just sat down and played for 45 minutes. I didn't want them to focus on my music. I wanted them to focus on the wall. But it was that quiet music that just let them know that I was supporting them and that I was feeling their pain. This was my private contribution and message to the community that I cared for. Music starts where words end. You can express a lot more with music, I think, emotionally. people came up to me and they were like, just tears. That's all they could do.
You need music that digs deep in your soul, that's not traumatic and distressing, but it's something that just brings out, I don't know how to say it, but the vibes, you know? And it quickly became apparent, oh my gosh, there is a beautiful piece of music that we could play that would be somewhat of a musical offering for what's happened.
Can I just hear the spot? Because I tried to find the best piece by Bach that I knew, which was that famous toccata and fugue that Stokowski made famous. Da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know, dramatic and symphony rocking. Don't have it quite figured out. And the art's already printed. The graphics were printed. And it's the coolest graphic ever. It's Bach to the Beatles, and there's a picture of the Beatles from Sgt. Pepper's, you know, they're all in their outfits, and there's a picture of J.S. Bach, the old man, looking grim, and John Lennon's looking over quizzically. It's so beautiful. How can I take that piece off the program?
I truly believe music is healing, and as we prepared this concert,
I could not come into this theater for our first concert of the symphony after that flood with the notes, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, you know, this drama.
Good evening and welcome. Shall we get underway?
And so we took the Bach piece off the program, and I inserted Mahler's Symphony No. 5, the movement entitled Adagietto.
difficult to play emotionally, you know, because we were playing it for a reason, you know, to be sort of a dedication to everything. And
to lift up and to memorialize, remember.
What we are asking you is that after that first piece of music, that you withhold your applause and just reflect on how much this community has lost, but how much it has found in itself in its response to the flood.
It's so soul-filled and so beautiful.
You will feel what this orchestra feels.
Spoke to me about everything that's happened.
It just rises like a corporate prayer of peace and tranquility and remembrance. You hear in that piece, ta-dee-da, da-da. Once that happened, we're going to respond with that kind of musical statement. That piece is for those who are lost. That piece is for those who suffered. That piece is for those who are rebuilding. It's for us here, together now, you know, in music.
I think that's probably the first time in 30 years that I saw Gene cry. He was moved, and I was, you know, we all were.